At ENV for Nature, Vietnam. To those who have deprived the two monkeys, Kaka and MIT, as well as their dedicated human family, who cared for these two adorable monkeys with love and warmth, of their dignity and compassion, we now want to share our thoughts and reveal the truth behind the lies spread by the so-called animal rescuers of ENV for Nature. To those who have deprived the two monkeys, Kaka and MIT, as well as their dedicated human family, who cared for these two adorable monkeys, with love and warmth, of their dignity and compassion, we now want to share our thoughts and reveal the truth behind the lies spread by the so-called animal rescuers of ENV for Nature. The truth, the truth, the truth. It would be advisable for you to thoroughly review the falsehoods you have disseminated about the family of Kaka and MIT. Through these actions, you have caused significant harm, including contributing to the illness of a young girl. Furthermore, you deceived supposed animal rescuers by providing them with misinformation. The time has now come for us to separate the wheat from the chaff, if you understand the significance of this expression. Perhaps you do not. Allow me to clarify, we will uncover and share the truth. Lines by the ENV on their website. Lie, 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 everything is a lie. Following the confiscation of the illegally obtained macaques by authorities, the YouTuber has been actively rallying his international fan base to assist in rescuing the animals, offering a substantial reward for their return. Consequently, ENV has been inundated with requests from foreigners via email, phone, and social media, urging the organization to hand the macaques back to the YouTuber. At ENV for Nature. You have exposed yourselves. It is beyond outrageous how blatantly you fabricate your own version of the truth. Ngoc has neither called on anyone nor encouraged anyone to stand against ENV, nor has he offered money to campaign for the rescue of Kaka and MIT. Who exactly do you think you are, to spread such claims? Furthermore, it's worth pointing out that within these very lines, you seem to have exposed yourself. Why are you stating that Ngoc called for the rescue of Kaka and MIT? Aren't you the ones who supposedly removed and saved Kaka and MIT from the evil family? Or is that not the case? You should consider thinking before you write. That being said, you're actually correct in one aspect. The animals should indeed have been rescued immediately, but not from their families' care. Rather, they should have been taken away from ENV's custody. Thank you for this strikingly truthful opportunity for clarification. The rapid growth of the pet macaque trade in Vietnam has become a major challenge for law enforcement agencies across the country. Unfortunately, entrepreneurial social media users have exploited pet macaques for entertainment purposes on platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and others. For some macaque owners, showcasing their pets on social media has evolved into a highly lucrative yet illegal venture. These are the lines of the ENV. Now our lines and statement. Why not mention the unethical transport of monkeys from Vietnam to pharmaceutical laboratories? Or the brutal treatment of dogs in Vietnam streets, where they are scalded, cooked, and butchered, along with cats and essentially any creature with 4 legs, fins, fur, or wings. Lines from the ENV on their website. The public display of illegally acquired animals is not only against the law but also encourages others to engage in similar activities. This, in turn, leads to an increase in hunting wild animals and exploiting them on social media for entertainment purposes. If you love animals, please stop supporting this industry. Your clicks and likes unintentionally fuel the demand for more wildlife taken from their natural habitats, says Nguyen Vu, General Director of ENV. To contribute to wildlife conservation and help stop illegal hunting and wildlife trade, please reach out to social media platforms hosting videos featuring wildlife such as macaques and urge them to remove such content, Vu emphasizes. All 5 macaque species are protected under Vietnamese conservation laws. Violations regarding these species can result in penalties ranging from fines to criminal prosecution. ENV, in collaboration with governmental partners and the general public, is dedicated to safeguarding the biodiversity of Vietnam. The organization actively combats illegal hunting and wildlife trade, practices that threaten the survival of macaques and other species in their natural habitats. Reducing consumer demand and ensuring strict enforcement of laws are crucial steps toward achieving these conservation goals. Really? Are you really unable to recognize the hypocrisy and irony within your own statements? Now, take a look at the following pages. You, representing the ENV or the so-called government, claim that you removed Kaka and MIT from their family under the pretext that they were allegedly mistreated, lacked proper documentation, or because it is prohibited under Vietnamese law to domesticate and raise monkeys. Yet, at the same time, capturing monkeys from natural habitats in your forests and exporting them via air transport to laboratories around the world for profit is deemed acceptable? Is it justifiable to watch as these animals endure cruel experimentation and meet horrific ends in such facilities? If you truly loved animals, you wouldn't eat dogs or cats. Furthermore, if you cared about them, you wouldn't have taken Kaka, MIT, and Puka away from their loving families, locked them in cages, left them stranded on an island, only to later remove them without any justifiable reason. Your actions have not only caused harm to the families but also to the monkeys themselves. If Kaka and MIT have died, you bear full responsibility for it, and such conduct is completely unworthy of an organization that claims to stand for animal rescue. It is our expectation that you offer an apology to the family, irrespective of whether you are of Vietnamese origin or not. It must be clarified that Ngoc has never called upon the community or specific individuals to rescue Kaka and MIT, despite being fully within his rights to do so. This is crucial to note, given that it was indeed Ngoc who facilitated their rescue, and not your organization, ENV. Furthermore, Ngoc has never provided financial incentives to anyone, and this assertion is supported by verified facts. Your propagation of misleading information constitutes a serious breach of ethical conduct, characterized by its audacity and lack of factual grounding. As a collective effort, we have unequivocally decided to continue supporting Kaka and MIT. This commitment persists with unwavering determination, and it must be emphasized that we do not solicit donations as your organization, the ENV for Nature does. Our objective does not revolve around monetary acquisition, rather, it lies in facilitating the return of Kaka and MIT to their rightful home, a goal from which we will not deviate. In instances where allegations are made claiming Kaka's death, we demand substantial corroborative evidence, credible and verifiable proof. Absent such substantiation, our expectation remains firm: the immediate repatriation of Kaka and MIT from their current detained status on this isolated island to their respective families. Additionally, a matter of considerable concern requires attention. What has transpired with Puka? We seek clarification regarding her whereabouts and demand transparency about her condition. It is imperative to know what actions your organization has taken in this regard. At ENV for Nature. As you continue to disseminate false claims about the family and Ngoc, we will now ensure that the truth is made known. This process has already begun, and we will no longer remain silent. We are committed to exposing and refuting your falsehoods. Freedom for Kaka, MIT and Puka.